Picture this. A student stands at her locker at the end of a long day, loading books into her backpack for the evening. For now, her homework will have to wait. She's off to swim lessons for an hour, and then it's Chinese tutoring after that. Only then can she go home to face her homework, eat a quick meal, and head to bed before she starts it all again the next day. Unfortunately, this is what a typical afternoon is like for many kids these days, and simply put, they don't have any time for one of the most important factors of childhood that I had, unstructured play. To me, playtime made me a better person because it allowed me to collaborate with others and think outside the box. Sure, critics of giving too much unstructured play may say that it's a complete waste of time. Not only that, kids will get behind if they don't keep practicing their sports or instruments or get straight A's. I have to admit that as a parent, I feel pressure to sign up my girls for music lessons, sports teams, and dance classes, but I always make sure that they have some playtime in their schedules. They just wouldn't be the same without it, and neither would I. Back when I was a kid, I remember my mom saying, "Outside, boys!" almost daily. We ventured out into the woods to hide behind trees and fight imaginary empty enemy troops. Other afternoons we spent hours building forts and weapons out of sticks, twigs, and whatever else nature had to offer. And yes, sometimes we got in fights too. But we were the ones who had to figure out what to do when that happened. Basically, this unstructured playtime allowed us to work together and sort out our own problems without any help. As a parent, I try to provide unstructured time for my daughters. Recently, the two of them spent the entire Saturday uninterrupted up in their rooms, floating from one activity to the next. When I went up to check on them, dolls were lined up, toys were strewn throughout, and there in the middle sat Isabel and Eloise with big smiles on their faces. When asked what they were doing, they explained an elaborate story of what happened to one of the dolls at school that day. This free time allowed them to play roles and think creatively. Don't just take my word for it. Google, one of the most famous and successful companies out there, encourages playtime like no one else. With its 20% rule, employees are encouraged to spend 20% of their work time pursuing their passions on their own terms. Some of those projects actually led to Google's greatest products. They know that this playtime will lead to innovation and new ideas. Now picture this. A student stands at her locker at the end of a long day, loading books into her backpack for the evening. Suddenly a smile spreads across her face as she thinks of the free hour she has before she tackles her homework. Maybe she'll play with her dog. Maybe she'll draw a picture. Maybe she'll play a game with her sister. Whatever she does, she'll have an opportunity to develop crucial skills of collaboration and creativity through unstructured play on her own terms. That's what I did. And that's what my girls do.